What's up guys, Tech Savvy Buyer here. So today what we're going to look at is the newest firmware for PocketGo's newest Bittboy. It's the 1.3 firmware that supposedly reduces all the screen tearing issues that are known to plague these little devices. So what we're going to do is show you all the different gameplay on here. I'm going to show you if this is actually a lot better than prior to having it, and if needed I'll make a separate video on how you can go and update the firmware. It's a pretty simple, easy thing to do. I know another couple of channels have a tutorial on how to do that as well, but I can do it for you guys if you would like also. So let's take a look if it's actually worth it coming up. So welcome back. Now guys, this isn't going to be a full in-depth review of the actual PocketGo. I know there's a ton of them already out there and I'm a little bit late to getting this because I received this device a little bit later. But what I really want to show you guys today is how this actually runs with games on it now. With the newest firmware, they're supposedly getting rid of all the different screen tearing issues that plagued this device, and a lot of people avoided picking one up purely because of that reason. Now that I've updated it and loaded in the newest firmware, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you some Super Nintendo games on here, I'm going to show you some Sega Genesis games on here as well, and pretty much any other games that will run on this, like Game Boy games. Those had a lot of screen tearing issues as well. We're not going to check out PS1 games again simply just because the shoulder buttons are not R2 and L2 included on this, and that seems to be my biggest issue with any of these type of gaming devices that don't have full shoulder buttons yet tout that they can run PS1 games. Not the ideal way to play PS1 games. Anyways, enough of the chit chat. Let's jump into looking at some of the gameplay on here, and then you guys let me know if this is worth the $40 price tag that's going on for this device, and I'll give you guys links in the description below where you can purchase one if you find it. So let's check it out now. Alright, so first up we've got some Super Nintendo games on here. I'm going to be playing Street Fighter 2 first. I'll test this to see how it works, and off the bat guys, I'm already going to tell you, it looks like they actually got rid of the screen tearing issues. In my testing so far, I mean, I'll show you guys here obviously, but in any testing I've done with this device, the screen tearing is gone, which is fantastic. So we also see how loud that gets, but lower the volume here. Look at that, almost no screen tearing at all. Again, the screen is very vivid on this. It's very clear, no issues whatsoever. This is very nice. It's actually super small too. I mean, I was pretty surprised with the size of this. It's a lot smaller than the original Bittboy, I'll tell you that much. It's kind of hard to play this while staring in the viewfinder. I get my ass beat. He's kicking my ass. No. Yeah, he destroyed me. Okay. Alright, we're going to exit this game. And let's go to test out some Sega Genesis. Now, I'm going to try and keep this video as short as possible because I don't want to waste a lot of time doing this. Again, the reason is because a lot of you guys probably already know this. So let's check out Mega Drive. See what games we have here. We'll play... Okay, let's try something different. Let's try Sonic. So this is probably the best way for you guys to see that there's absolutely no screen tearing in this. Now there may be some games that have screen tearing and it might just be an issue with that ROM or that emulator, but so far with Sega and with Super Nintendo, no issues at all. And I know I'm only showing you guys one game on each one, but the point I want to show you here is that there really have been massive improvements on how they've made this device. And it's good to see that they're actually doing stuff with it, right? Most times these Asian manufacturers make a device, then don't do anything for it. I mean, JXD is the biggest example of that, if you remember that video. Okay, so I'm not going to bore you guys with too much gameplay here, but just as, look at it. No screen tearing again. Alright, let's exit this one too. Oops. And let's head over to... how about some Game Boy? Play some Battletoads. Actually, let's play Batman. See, no screen tearing again, guys. Uh-oh. So as you guys saw, the screen tearing is pretty much over with. I've tried a whole bunch of different games with this. I know I only demoed a few games that you guys can see. I did mainly Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Game Boy, and I tried to do some MAME games, but they weren't really working because you need a keyboard to type OK on them for whatever reason. Anyways, this is pretty solid, guys. Now, I know, again, I didn't say that this is going to be a full-on review, but I do want to cover some basic stuff with this. Number one, I'd like to commend the battery life on this device. This guy just doesn't want to die. I mean, since I've had this, I've charged this maybe once, and so far I've probably put on a good 4 to 5 hours on it, I'd like to say, in all my testing and whatnot. And so far, this thing is not showing any signs of, hey, I need to get charged or I'm going to die. It's working flawlessly. The included memory card that comes with it is only 8 gigabytes, but for most of these Nintendo ROMs and stuff, you're looking at, you know, small megabit files or megabyte files. So they're not going to take up a ton of space. You can load a ton of games on here without worrying about having to get an extra memory card. That being said, memory cards are dirt cheap anyway, so if you need to get one, you can pretty much get one. Now on the top, you've got your standard ports. You've got the micro SD slot. You've got a micro USB charging port on top. You've got an AV out if you want to connect this to a screen or a monitor, if you want to play up on the big screen, which I wouldn't recommend in any case. And you also have a headphone port to connect headphones to if you don't want anyone listening to the noise that you're going to be making. You got your shoulder buttons on top, and you also have a reset button on top, which is used when you're going to be switching between emulators during your gaming. On the front, you got a D-pad. You got 4 buttons that come with different shells, actually. So inside the package, we'll just jump over to this real quick, but inside the package you get a bunch of little stuff. So again, you get the obvious Game Boy itself, or the Pocket Go, and it's pretty cool. It comes inside a little wrapper that's designed just like the actual Pocket Go. Pretty cool way that they decide to do the packaging. Definitely a really good thing if you're looking to buy this as a gift for someone, like a kid for example. I think it's solid. Inside, you also get a little baggie of goodies, I'd like to call it. It includes a micro USB charging cable. You get a adapter to plug that micro SD card into your computer to copy all your game files or do your updates to. And of course, you get an extra pair of buttons. Now, these extra pair of buttons are the ones you've probably seen most other YouTubers use. They're the yellow, red, green, and blue ones. I just went ahead and kept the purple and black. That's how I got mine pre-installed on here. I think some of the other guys, you can open up the shell and change the buttons to have different color scheme if you want, but I just rolled with this one. Now, changing it isn't super hard at all. You've got a total of 4 screws on the back that you'd open and the cover comes off, and then you can pop out the buttons just like that. So all in all, it comes with everything you need in the box to go ahead and get gaming and not have any issues with it. So guys, let me know what you think. I think this is solid. I would absolutely recommend if you're looking for a little retro device to play your old school Nintendo games, Game Boy games, you know, like some of those nicer Zelda games, some of those nicer Pokemon games that back in the day, like the 90s and early 2000s, that people used to play. If those are the type of things that you're looking to do with this device, then this is absolutely solid. And look at the size of it, right? Like, this is smaller than my palm, which means it's super easy to just throw this in your bag or throw it in your pocket and not feel like there's anything really there. And I think the name Pocket Go suits it very well. So again, I'll leave links in the description below for you guys to purchase it. It is available on Amazon. It's available on a couple other websites. You can go and officially pick it up from Pocket Go's website, although I believe that ships from China, so it's going to be a little bit longer. I would also say, guys, while we're on this topic of where you can buy it, try to stay away from going to like AliExpress, DHgate, and those kind of websites, because chances are you're probably going to pick up one that's a counterfeit. And that's something that when PocketGo reached out to me, they wanted me to make that clear, because a lot of other brands try to copy Bittboy. You've probably seen that there's a whole other bunch of stuff like Coolboy and all these weird ones. So there may be copies of this, and you don't want to get those because they're not going to give you the same performance like I demoed today in this video. If you want the original thing, go on Amazon or go on the official website. Again, links are in the description below. And that's pretty much it for this device. So I hope you guys found this useful. I wonder if you guys have been waiting to buy this type of device like the Bittboy before and you didn't jump on it because the firmware wasn't up to speed and it was still getting that screen tearing issue. It's gone on this. No more screen tearing issues. This thing is working fantastically. It is flawless. So again, if you like this video, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, do consider subscribing and hit that notification bell so you know whenever I'm putting out new videos. And until then, guys, if you have any questions regarding the PocketGo, let me know in the comment section below. I'll do my best to address them. And of course, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Take care. Bye-bye.